Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
Officials in Sioux Falls are looking into what sparked a fire in the central part of the city. Sioux Falls Fire Rescue says crews were called to a church in the area of 14th Street and South Dakota Avenue around 12:30 Sunday afternoon.
Firefighters arriving on scene found smoke and fire coming from the front door and south windows of the church. They were able to put the fire out in 20 minutes. No one was hurt. Sioux Falls police are investigating a crash where an SUV went into a coffee shop in the central part of the city. The SUV was heading north when it left the road and crashed into this Starbucks on Minnesota Avenue. Several customers and employees were inside at the time. 9
people were hurt, including the 65-year-old driver and 71-year-old passenger in the SUV. None of the injuries appear life-threatening. Police say a medical event is likely a factor. Authorities say a South Dakota man has been indicted by a federal grand jury for embezzlement and theft from a tribal organization on the Standing Rock Sioux Reservation. Joshua Ironcloud Sr. is accused of stealing an undisclosed amount of money from the Oyate Community Development Corporation.
Prosecutors say the 38-year-old Ironcloud spent the money on personal items. The development group is based in Fort Yates, North Dakota. The charge carries a maximum penalty of 5 years in prison and a $250,000 fine, along with the possibility of restitution.
Turning to weather now with meteorologist Scott Munt. A little bit of a warm-up to start the week, Scott.
Yeah, we'll see these temperatures probably in 30s, 40-degree territory, not only for today, but we'll try to do that again tomorrow. Thing about tomorrow, we could see a couple of flurries, quick hit of light snow, but anything that falls will remain very, very light. Forecast for today, mostly sunny, high temperature in Sioux Falls at about 30. We'll have this northwest wind 10 to 20 miles per hour. Aberdeen at 36 today, west winds at 10 to 15. This will happen with mostly sunny skies. In central South Dakota, Pierce high temperature 42, west winds of 10 to 15. And Rapid City, high temperature near 39, south winds of 10 to 20. More details on the KELOLAND Live Doppler forecast with Brian coming up.
Thanks, Scott. Federal officials say they plan to cut down some white spruce trees in the Black Hills to help limit damage from wildfires and allow other tree species to grow. The Spruce Vegetation Management Program covers over 20,000 acres for tree removal in the central and northern Black Hills. The deputy supervisor of the Black Hills National Forest says spruce stands create opportunities for wildfires to jump from one location to the next.
He added that removing white spruce will encourage aspen growth. Some opponents say the project would destroy the ecosystem of spruce stands. The vice president of a conservation group in Rapid City says prescribed burns and removing small trees are better methods for preventing wildfires. Federal inspectors have confirmed the presence of bird flu in a commercial mixed species flock in southeastern South Dakota. The Agriculture Department says samples from the flock in Charles Mix County were tested at a national laboratory at SDSU. The property was quarantined and the birds will be killed to prevent spread of the disease.
The highly contagious virus was discovered a month ago in a commercial turkey flock in Indiana and was detected last week in a backyard flock of chickens and ducks in western Iowa. It's hiring season for the Sioux Falls Parks and Recreation Department.
The department hires around 500 seasonal employees. They fill positions in anything from park maintenance to lifeguarding.
Definitely a fun and flexible atmosphere. Working in the parks and developing some life skills as it comes to maintaining grounds and buildings and other recreational facilities.
Right now, their biggest areas of need are lifeguards, park maintenance, and athletic facility maintenance. And not looking ahead to summer quite yet because the Summit League Basketball Championships still going on. Semifinals today, the SDSU women and USD women both playing this afternoon. And then, of course, the USD men playing SDSU tonight in the semifinals beginning at 6. You can stay right here on KELOLAND.com and also on air at KELOLAND Television for all the action, highlights, and more.
Perfect. Sounds like something to check out. Well, that is a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, and weather looking pretty quiet today. A lot of sunshine out there. Temperatures a little chilly, but not bad. A lot of 30-degree weather. Winds northwest here at about 10 to 20 miles per hour. We do have a fast-moving front on the maps here tomorrow morning. Now, this is going to start up in northwest South Dakota by, I would say, probably after dark here tonight, and then coming right there through central South Dakota. Just a quick hit of snow. Doesn't look like it's going to last very long, but Sioux Falls could see that as well through the late morning, early afternoon. We are forecasting into midweek, colder air. In fact, we're going to continue to head downhill on our temperatures through the end of the week as we've got a series of fronts from the northwest. Snow chances, while we get that hit on Tuesday, I think a little better shot here Wednesday, Thursday into Nebraska. Some of that will affect KELOLAND. Sioux Falls, we still have pretty good chances of light snow, but the heaviest most likely to go to our south. We'll continue to watch that, and then I think we'll hit the bottom of the barrel on those temperatures by the end of the work week here. And see, we're not alone. Cold extends all the way from southern Canada, clear down to Texas, below average temperatures, and you can certainly see that in this particular map here by Friday and Saturday. Look at all the purple there. But the good news is, if you're not a fan of that colder weather, next week, looking at milder numbers already, above average, looking likely by the end of the 10-day forecast. Numbers today, 30 degrees Sioux Falls, 30 in Mitchell, 36 in Winter. Here's your 7-day forecast. Temperatures close to 40 tomorrow, and then those chances of snow wrapping up here into Thursday. I think highs here in the upper teens through that period. But then look at day 7, up to 42, and that'll feel pretty nice. I think probably at least in the 40s by Sunday in Aberdeen. Chances of snow this week, not very high. There'll be a few spots maybe to watch here Wednesday, Thursday, but by and large, more of this going to our south. And here in central South Dakota, same trends. Little snow chance Wednesday, but colder numbers to follow in the 20s there for at least Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But the end of the forecast already going 50s, returning to Rapid City by day 7. There's excellent chances of 60-degree weather next week in western South Dakota. Check out details with our latest weather update right now at KELOLAND.com. And have a great Monday.